Hello. Wipika is running around the backyard being a crazy boy, as he generally does. Here is my second installment. So, the next 6 exercises in the classic mat repertoire by Joseph Pilates. If you saw my previous video, I did the first 6 exercises and then I did them again, giving you some modifications of how you can build up to the full versions of the exercises. So, I thought I'd do that again. I'm going to go through the next 6 just as they are. And then I'm going to break them down for you and give you some modifications that might work for your body. All right, you ready? So we ended off with single leg stretch. The next exercise in the series is double leg stretch. So you're going to bring your legs up into tabletop. The wheel of the pelvis turns to imprint the spine. Arms down by your side. You're in your little abdominal curl. Reach your legs away and pull them in without letting your spine lift away from the mat. So a little higher legs makes that a little easier. A little lower legs makes that a little harder. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then you pull your knees all the way into your chest. You're going to help yourself up. Spine stretch forward is next. Sitting up nice and tall, legs sitting bone distance apart, flex through the heels, arms shoulder height. Take an inhale, grow taller. As you exhale, chin nods to your chest. You round your spine forward and you restack up nice and tall. Imagine you have an imaginary beach ball on your thighs. As you round forward, you're trying to lift up and over without touching that beach ball. Lifting your spine as you exhale and round your spine forward. Inhale, grow taller than the last time. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, pulling in and up. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Up nice and tall. Open leg rockers next. So I want you to scoot towards the foot of your mat. Grab your ankles. Round your spine. Find that balance point on your sacrum. Lift your ankles up into a V. You're going to hold on to those ankles. Roll back just to your shoulder blades. And come back up and balance if you can. And balance. Let's do 2 more. Keep that rounded spine. Try not to pop your chest forward just to your shoulder blades. You want to protect your neck. And then we're going to go right into corkscrew. Legs come together, arms by your side. Legs go up and over. Aim your toes to your left shoulder, rotating your spine, and you're going to come down the left side of the spine. Bring your legs to the center, over to the other side. You're going to come up the right side of the spine, toes towards your right shoulder, and then bring your legs right into the center and roll through the spine. Nice and even. Let's do that one more time, going in the opposite direction. So we come up through center, pressing the arms into the mat, legs, toes towards your right shoulder, come down the right side of your spine. Bring your legs down and through, over to the left, come up the left side of the spine, come back to center, and we're articulating through the spine all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest, grab behind your knees, saw is next. Legs about the width of the mat, arms out in a V. You're going to lift your spine, twist, aim your pinky towards your opposite pinky toe, saw it off 3 times, restack, twist through center, and go over to the other side. Twist, 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 saw, and lift, and go to the other side. That back palm reaching towards the sky as you saw it off. Can you go in both directions? So I'm reaching forward and reaching back. Let's do 1 more each side. I really love saw. Last one. And restack. Bring your legs around and through. We're going into swan. Onto your belly. Hands shoulder width apart. Press into the mat. Float your head. Float your chest. Inhale, puff the lungs. Forward. Exhale. Lengthen your spine all the way down. Inhale as you come up. Eye gaze comes with you. Exhale as you lower down. Try to make this extension universal through the whole spine. there's not a part of your spine that's overextending. No pinching, no pain. Oh, but it feels so nice to do some extension. The first part of the repertoire has a lot of flexion in it. So this feels really nice. Let's do one more. And lower all the way down. That was our second set of 6 exercises. Let's go into a child's pose. Take a breath. Now, breaking that down a little bit, I'm going to give you some options. So double leg stretch. I had with arms by your side and lifted in your curl. If you need the head support, you could bring your hands behind your head, imprinting your spine, keeping your spine pressing into the mat. Legs come up to tabletop, reaching your legs away and pulling them in. So like I said earlier, higher legs makes this a little bit easier to keep that imprint. Lower legs is a little harder. There is a version where I bring my hands to my ankles. I have this little curl, and then I reach my arms and legs away from each other, and then I tuck back into that curl. So you have a couple options with double leg stretch, which is very nice. You could also do double leg stretch with your head down, squeezing those legs together. Let's bring your knees into your chest, bring your hands behind your knees, help yourself up for spine stretch forward. So if you've had tight hamstrings, a little bend in your knee is okay. So you want to situate your pelvis and your ribs and your skull in a nice stacked formation. It is the day after Christmas, so maybe you live somewhere where it's snowy and you just built a snowman, so you have a nice stacked formation. There's Whippica. You gonna join me? Arms shoulder height. Take an inhale. As you exhale, now that head wheel nods forward, rib wheel nods forward as you round your spine. And then you restack up nice and tall. I'm making this difficult. Exhale as you round forward. And inhale up as nice and tall. You can also do this seated on something and take the legs out of this exercise entirely. What this exercise is not is a hamstring stretch. You're not pancaking forward in this exercise. Open leg rocker. Just like all of our rolling exercises, we want to be mindful that we don't roll onto our neck or our head. We stop our roll at our shoulder blades. What if our modification is just getting into the starting position? So I roll back, I come back into my sacrum, I'm grabbing my ankles. And what if I just practice a little straighten and bend? And I have this balance moment that I have to work to be here. I could do one leg at a time. I could do both legs at a time. And I don't even do my roll. I just practice in this position. So that's an option for you, especially if rolling isn't for your body. If that doesn't feel right for you, you can take it out. Corkscrew is next. So bring your legs together. Let yourself come back to the mat. Bring your legs up towards the sky. So corkscrew is about rotation of the spine. So a modification that we can do is just a little tip to the side of the legs and then go to the other side. Focusing on the spine, bringing the legs to one side and through center and to the other side. For focusing on the stability that you feel in the upper back and the arms. What if we came to center and we did a little bit of a rollover? So our legs come up and over just a little bit. We have a little bit of rotation to the side. Come down that spine a little bit. Center the legs, bring the legs through center, and we come up. Rotate back to center, and then bring the hips down. But we got to do both directions. So we come up through the center, over to the other side, down the spine just a little bit. Anchor the sacrum, come through center, and up, and back to center. And then we did a little modification of corkscrew. Saw, one of my favorite exercises. Legs are shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. I like to go the width of the mat. flexing the heels. This one, again, if you have tight hamstrings, a bend in the knee is okay. All right. So, what that looks like with a bent knee, I take a little twist and a little reach. My palm and the back hand flips up towards the sky as I saw off that pinky toe. And then I flip my arms back to center. I come through center. Back hand flips towards the sky, a little saw it off 3 times, and back to center. This one, I don't have, I'm just working a little bit on flexibility. What if I don't reach my pinky toe? That's okay. You get to where you get. And then come center. Then let's do swan. So modification of swan is called mini swan. It's just a little bit of extension through the mid and upper back, and I don't come up as high. My elbows stay on the floor. My legs are still reaching long. I'm active through my lower body. I use my inhale to puff my lungs and fill my lungs, helping that extension through my upper and mid back. And I can also go a little bit higher. If I bring my hands out a little bit farther from my body, I could go to straight arms, but I don't come as high. And that's okay. The farther your hands are away from your body, the more modest that swan is going to be. The closer your hands are to your body, and when you straighten your elbows, the higher you're going to come into your extension. So you want to listen to your spine here. And like I said earlier, you want that extension to be universal. At no point there's an extra kink in your spine where you're overextending. Let's do one more because it feels really nice. Your level of swan. Lower all the way down. And since that's the last exercise, we can take a moment again and do a child's pose. So now you have 2 videos that you can put together and do the first 12 exercises of Joseph Pilates 34 mat exercises. Have a good day.